And the last talk of the session is a 3-minute flash talk in New York. So I'll hand over to you.
We now have Nolan speaking to us about ChatGaia.
Thanks. All right, thanks everyone. I'm Nolan Kobliszki from the University of Toronto. And today I'm going to be talking about ChatGaia, which allows you to talk to the Gaia archive in natural language. Now, Gaia has looked at hundreds of millions of stars, stored it all on the Gaia archive. But in order to access this data, you need to write an ADQL, which can be quite complex. As an undergrad, I found myself like scrolling through documentation, forgetting column names, before I could write a query to get the data I want. So I found a unique solution to this that uses ChatGPT, which has been trained on large chunks of the internet, presumably including the Gaia documentation. And so I found it quite proficient at writing ADQL queries. So with ChatGaia, you can ask a plain language question, it'll write the ADQL, get the data, and write Python to plot it. Let's look at an example. Here I ask in English, color code stars on an HR diagram based on their spectral class for stars within 50 parsecs. And here is what it creates. So what's impressive here is that it got the correct formula for absolute magnitude, the correct parallax cut, and it even used a spectral type column I didn't know existed. And it flips both axes to conform with astronomy standards. So it must know astronomy standards. Now, let's see another example. I want a beautiful plot of the Pleiades that is black like a night sky. Here's what it creates. Wow. Now, it remembered the RA and DEC of Pleiades, and it made the plot black like the night sky. So how did I create this? Well, it uses GPT-4, which is the paid version of ChatGPT, which is much better than the free version you might have all tried. And I provide it plain English instructions for how to write queries, ADQL examples, and every table and column name in Gaia. And it's not perfect, but as they say, it's easier to check a solution than to write it yourself. And one day, I hope to expand this to all surveys to make Chat Astro. So if you have a ChatGPT Plus subscription, I have good news for you, because during the coffee break, you can try ChatGaia. Just search for ChatGaia on Google. And if you don't have a ChatGPT Plus subscription, you can ask me for a demo. So I'm so excited to see what you can create with ChatGaia. Thank you very much.
I guess we hand back to Paris now and do questions for the whole talk. Or...
Thank you. Yeah, so there's a question here. Fabio?
Hi, excellent job. Are you vaguely aware of how many years of our life would have taken us only a few years ago to get something like that? Congratulations, it's really cool. I'm really eager to try it. Thank you.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not automating any jobs away just yet.
Any questions in New York? Yeah, we have a question, Ashley.
This is really great, and I think a perfect use of ChatGPT. So a weird question. I very much use the free version of ChatGPT for specifically API queries because I don't want to read how they work. And what I've actually found is if I get specific enough in my request, I start finding these weird little comments that I can then Google and find the exact lines of GitHub code that it stole this from. And I think I'm just curious on an ethical point of view. Do you think that it's in learning intuition? Do you think that you've secretly stolen someone's code and you're not properly citing? How do you feel about this, the implications of your new chatbot?
Thanks, that's a great question. For ADQL queries, I mean, when I was writing it for my undergrad research, I would look at examples online. These are the same examples that ChatGaia or ChatGPT was trained on. And so it's theoretically, it shouldn't exactly reconstruct anything anyone's ever written because it's distilled the internet down, it's compressed it down. And so if it can perfectly reconstruct something, then yeah, that would be impressive. But yeah, you're right, it is training on people's data. So that's something to consider. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I was going to also refer this question and this interesting topic to the debate that we'll be having this afternoon, this evening, on the role of large language models. Thank you very much again to all the speakers. Thank you for these great talks and for being on time. We will now have a coffee break for about 25 minutes, and we'll be back here at 4:30, 10:30 New York time for the next session. Thank you.